Okay, so what is heresy? A heresy, in hindsight, is a false belief, but not just any false belief. It's a belief so false and so dangerous that it destroys the credibility and integrity of the church and its teachings. Today, in the modern day, as the times grow fast, there's been a lot of new heresies arising in the church post the councils that have been destroying the credibility of the church and giving people a false outlook on the faith. These are 10 of the craziest heresies currently in the modern day. Number 1, liberalism heresy. No, not that liberalism, not political liberalism, the theological liberalism. So what is a liberal heretic? The heresy of liberalism is a belief that is so liberal, so far left, that it tends to compromise and contradict the early teachings of the Gospels. For example, a lot of liberal churches tend to affirm homosexuality, they tend to affirm transgenderism, not in a way that accepts the people, but rather condones their sin. The reason this is dangerous is because it gives more of a political view on liberalism and tends to also reject fundamental truths and teach a watered down version of the gospel. For example, they don't tend to emphasize on sin. They don't really go into the righteousness or the wrath of God, but rather they only tell you all the good comforting parts of the gospels, all the ones that will gain more members to their church rather than more members to the kingdom of heaven. This is dangerous because it contradicts a lot of the gospel's teachings and tends to send a lot of people to hell. A lot of the pastors running these churches aren't really pastors. They're more political activists using the church as an outlet to express their political views. And of course, get that nice tax exemption from the state. So remember, just because someone claims to be a pastor and just because their church feels welcoming doesn't mean that they're actually providing for your soul. It doesn't mean that they're doing any favors for your salvation. For the Bible tells us in Matthew 7:15, beware of false prophets who come to you in sheep's clothing, but inwardly are ravenous wolves.